Welcome to the Englishstorywell channel, your ultimate destination for captivating stories that enhance your English learning journey. Here, we believe that stories are not just a form of entertainment, but a powerful tool to improve your language skills. Let's go to started.
Learning a new language can be fun and challenging. One of the most important skills to develop when learning English is listening. By improving your listening skills, you will understand conversations, instructions, and stories more easily. Listening also helps you improve your speaking skills because it allows you to learn how words and phrases sound in context. In this story, we will go through different everyday situations where listening skills are important. Each situation will help you practice your listening in real-life conversations. Let's start with the basics and build from there. Chapter 1. A new morning routine. It's 7 a.m. and Sarah's alarm clock is ringing. She wakes up, stretches, and yawns. It's time to start her day. Sarah is learning English, and today she has decided to practice her listening skills. Sarah gets out of bed and goes to the kitchen. She listens to the sounds of her apartment, the birds chirping outside, the water running as she fills the kettle, and the sound of her coffee machine. She likes starting her day with a cup of coffee and some quiet moments. As she prepares breakfast, Sarah decides to listen to an English podcast. She knows that listening to English speakers will help her learn new words and phrases. She puts on her headphones and presses play. Podcast host, good morning, listeners. Today we are going to talk about daily routines. What do you do when you wake up? Do you start your day with coffee, tea, or maybe a smoothie? Sarah listens carefully. She tries to understand every word. The host continues talking about different morning routines. Sarah notices that she already understands some of the words, coffee, wake up, and morning, but there are also words she doesn't know. She pauses the podcast to write down new words so she can look them up later. By practicing listening every morning, Sarah is improving her understanding of spoken English. Chapter 2. At the grocery store. Later in the day, Sarah goes to the grocery store to buy food for the week. She grabs a basket and starts walking through the aisles. As she picks up some apples, she hears two people talking nearby. Customer 1. Do we need more milk? I think we ran out yesterday. Customer 2. Yes, we do. And don't forget to get some bread, too. Sarah smiles as she recognizes the conversation. She has practiced similar phrases before in her English classes. Now, she feels confident because she can understand what people are saying in real life. As she continues shopping, Sarah listens to more conversations around her. She hears a cashier speaking to a customer. Cashier, that will be $15.75. Would you like to pay with cash or card? Customer, I'll pay with card, please. Sarah understands almost everything the cashier says, but she doesn't know the word card. She guesses that it must mean credit card or debit card. She's right. Every time she practices listening in real-world situations, she learns something new. Chapter 3. Asking for directions. After finishing her shopping, Sarah decides to visit a nearby park. She has never been to this park before, so she needs to ask for directions. As she walks down the street, she sees a friendly-looking man standing by a bus stop. She approaches him. Sarah, excuse me, can you help me? Man, sure. What do you need? Sarah, I'm looking for the city park. Can you tell me how to get there? Man, oh, the city park. It's easy to find. Just walk straight down the street for about 10 minutes. When you see a big fountain, turn right, and the park will be right in front of you. Sarah, thank you so much. Man, you're welcome. Have a great day. Sarah listens carefully as the man gives her directions. She hears the words, walk straight, fountain, and turn right. These are words she has learned before, so she understands the instructions. She thanks the man and continues on her way. Listening to people give directions is a great way to practice understanding specific instructions. In situations like this, it's important to listen for key words like left, right, straight, and turn. Chapter 4. A phone call with a friend. In the afternoon, Sarah decides to call her friend Emily. Emily is also learning English, so they often practice speaking and listening together. Sarah, hi, Emily. How are you? Emily, hi, Sarah. I'm good, thanks. How about you? Sarah, I'm doing well. I just got back from the grocery store and the park. Emily. Oh, that sounds nice. What did you buy at the store? Sarah, I bought some apples, bread, and milk. What about you? What are you up to today? Emily. I'm just relaxing at home. I might go for a walk later. During their conversation, Sarah focuses on listening to Emily's words and understanding what she's saying. Phone conversations can be a little more difficult than face-to-face conversations because you can't see the other person's face or body language. But Sarah is improving her listening skills and feels more comfortable every time she talks to Emily on the phone. Chapter 5. Watching an English movie. In the evening, Sarah decides to relax by watching a movie. She chooses an English language movie because she knows it will be good practice for her listening skills. Before she starts the movie, she turns on the subtitles. This way, she can read the words while listening to the characters speak. The movie starts, and Sarah listens closely to the dialogue. The characters are talking about their jobs, families, and dreams. Some of the conversations are fast, but Sarah tries to follow along. Whenever she doesn't understand a word, she looks at the subtitles to help her. Character 1, I'm going to the office tomorrow. I have an important meeting. Character 2, really? What time is your meeting? Character 1, it's at 10 a.m. I hope it goes well. Sarah smiles as she understands most of the conversation. She recognizes the words office, meeting, and tomorrow. Watching movies in English is one of her favorite ways to practice listening because it's fun and educational at the same time. Chapter 6. At a cafe. The next day, Sarah decides to go to a cafe to study. She orders a cup of tea and finds a quiet table near the window. As she sits down, she hears a group of people sitting at the table next to her. They are speaking in English, and Sarah listens to their conversation. Person 1. What did you think of the movie last night? Person 2. I loved it. The actors were amazing, and the story was so interesting. Person 3. I agree. The ending was a little sad, though. Person 1. Yeah, but it was a great movie overall. Sarah enjoys listening to the conversation. She feels proud of herself because she understands almost everything they are saying. This kind of casual conversation is great listening practice because it's similar to how people talk in real life. The more she listens to conversations like this, the more comfortable she feels with spoken English. Chapter 7. Going to a job interview. A few weeks later, Sarah has a job interview at a local company. She's a little nervous, but she knows that her listening skills will help her during the interview. When she arrives at the office, she is greeted by the receptionist. Receptionist, hello, welcome. Do you have an appointment? Sarah, yes, I have an interview at 2 p.m. with Mr. Johnson. Receptionist, great. Please have a seat. He'll be with you shortly. Sarah sits down and waits for her interview. When Mr. Johnson arrives, he shakes her hand and invites her into his office. When you talk to friends, you often make plans to hang out or do activities together. Here's a conversation where two friends are planning to go to the movies. John, hey, do you want to go see a movie tonight? Lisa, sure. What time does it start? John, the movie starts at 7 p.m. Lisa, sounds good. Let's meet at the theater at 6:30. John, perfect. See you then. Lisa, see you. In this conversation, John and Lisa are making plans to go to the movies. They agree on a time to meet and confirm the details. When making plans, it's important to be clear about the time and place. You can also ask questions like, what movie are we going to see? Or where should we meet? Talking about your day. When you're practicing English, it's also helpful to talk about your daily life. Here's an example of a conversation between two friends who are talking about their day. Alice, how was your day today? Ben, it was good. I had a busy day at work, but I'm glad it's over.
How about you?
Alice, my day was fine. I went to the gym in the morning and then I had lunch with a friend. Ben, that sounds nice. What did you have for lunch? Alice, we went to a sushi restaurant. The food was really good. In this conversation, Alice and Ben are talking about what they did during the day. This is a great way to practice speaking in the past tense, which is used to describe things that have already happened. You can also ask follow-up questions to keep the conversation going, like, what did you do today? Or, how was your lunch? Talking about hobbies and interests. Another common topic of conversation is hobbies and interests. Let's look at a conversation where two people are talking about what they like to do in their free time. David, what do you like to do in your free time? Maria, I love reading books and going for walks in the park.
How about you?
David, I enjoy playing soccer and watching movies. Maria, that's great. Do you play soccer often? David, yes, I play every weekend with my friends. In this conversation, David and Maria are talking about their hobbies. This is a good way to learn more about someone and practice using vocabulary related to your interests. You can ask questions like, what do you enjoy doing? Or, do you have any hobbies? Talking on the phone. Talking on the phone can be more challenging than face-to-face conversation because you don't have visual cues like facial expressions or body language to help you understand. Here's an example of a phone conversation between two friends. Emily, hi, is this Sarah? Sarah, yes, it's me. Hi, Emily. Emily, I just wanted to check if we're still meeting tomorrow. Sarah, yes, we are. Let's meet at the cafe at 10 a.m. Emily, sounds good. See you tomorrow. Sarah, see you then.
Bye.
In this phone conversation, Emily and Sarah are confirming plans to meet. It's a simple exchange, but it can be a little harder on the phone because you can't see the other person. When talking on the phone, it's important to speak clearly and listen carefully. Visiting the doctor. Sometimes, you may need to visit a doctor, and knowing how to describe your symptoms and understand the doctor's instructions is important. Here's an example of a conversation between a patient and a doctor. Doctor, how can I help you today? Patient, I've been feeling sick for the past few days. I have a sore throat and a headache. Doctor, do you have a fever? Patient, yes, I've had a fever since yesterday. Doctor, I see. I'll check your temperature and give you some medicine to help you feel better. Make sure to rest and drink plenty of water. In this conversation, the patient describes their symptoms and the doctor asks questions to understand the problem. When visiting the doctor, it's important to know how to explain how you're feeling so the doctor can give the right treatment. English conversation practice is essential for improving your listening and speaking skills. Whether you're talking to a friend, ordering food, or asking for directions, everyday conversations are a great way to learn and use new vocabulary and phrases. The more you practice, the more confident you will become in speaking English. Keep practicing, and soon you'll be able to have conversations in English with ease.